Hi, this is Robert Taylor. Today I'm going to be reviewing the von Schweikert Endeavor Special Edition loudspeakers. Please stay tuned. The von Schweikert Endeavor loudspeaker comes in two flavors, the RE, which comes in a very nice oak cabinet, and the SE, which is a bespoke custom finish made to order. Both speakers are identical except for the finish. The RE is $22,000, the SE is $27,000. Today I'm reviewing the SE. The Endeavor Special Edition comes in at about 44 inches tall, which is about here at my seating height. It's 9 inches wide, 15 inches deep. The speaker weighs 82 pounds and it has a stated sensitivity of 89 decibels, 1 watt, 1 meter. The frequency response is stated as 29 hertz to 22,000 hertz. Each speaker has two 7-inch aluminum cone woofers, a 7-inch Kevlar mid-range, and a beryllium tweeter on front. There is also a rear ribbon tweeter on the back for ambience. The speaker is wired internally to the drivers and crossover using von Schweikert's own master-built speaker cables. Also on the rear panel there are two sets of nice quality WBT binding posts for bi-wiring or bi-amping. The cabinet is a proprietary construction using a triple wall panel that's approximately 3 inches thick. It's a construction of high density resin and wood powder, artificial stone, and hard rubber. These different materials resonate at different frequencies, effectively dampening the cabinet. This really shows when you tap on the side of the cabinet. The pair of speakers I have here are finished in an automotive color from Aston Martin called Arizona Bronze, and I have to say the fit and finish of these speakers are outstanding. I think the color is gorgeous and the finish puts a lot of car manufacturers to shame. For this review I used a pair of von Schweikert's own master-built speaker cables from the amplifiers to the speakers in a bi-wire configuration, which is the exact same cable used internally inside the speakers.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tom Martin, Executive Publisher of The Absolute Sound and a reviewer here on the TAS YouTube channel. I'd like to invite you to take advantage of a special offer that we have. You can sign up for our weekly newsletter simply by entering your email address either in the form you'll find on screen, or you can click on the link in the show notes below and enter your email address. Twice a week, actually, we will send you audio reviews, written reviews that you won't find here on YouTube, music reviews, and our famous Editor's Choice and Product of the Year awards. This allows you to find the best equipment in audio as well as read our extensive and authoritative review coverage of hundreds of audio products. We would enjoy having you as subscribers, and now back to the show.
Now for the sound. The first thing that surprises me is the level of bass that this moderate-sized floor-standing speaker can produce. This speaker energizes my room unlike any other loudspeaker I've ever had, except for maybe the von Schweikert VR4s that I owned in the 1990s. If there is bass in the music, this speaker will reproduce it. The bass has good pitch definition, texture, and tone, and it's definitely not one note. I can shake my room at fairly moderate volume levels depending on the recording itself. The next thing that really surprises me about the speaker is how well it portrays space. Even on mono recordings, they almost sound like they're in stereo, with good amount of depth, imaging, and some lateral spread between the speakers. The mid-range is where the magic lies in this speaker though, and that is first rate. From singers like Gregory Porter to Cyndi Lauper, vocals have a presence that's compelling. Try listening to well-recorded horns or strings on the speaker and you'll know what I mean. The highs on the speaker are very well behaved. The speaker has beryllium tweeters and never sounds harsh or brittle. You can listen to the speaker for long periods of time without getting ear fatigue. The tweeter is incredibly fast and detailed, but it never overdoes it. One album I've been listening to a lot lately is called Arkaluz, and it's by the Renard Garcia Fons Trio. This is one of the most musically interesting albums I've heard in a long time. Renard Garcia Fons plays a 5-string bass, along with Kiko Ruiz on flamenco guitar and Negrito Transcente on drums and percussions. I'm hoping I'm getting all these names correct. The music is hard to pigeonhole. It's jazz, it's classical, it's flamenco with a mid-eastern influence. Garcia Fons can make his bass sound like a violin, a cello, or a bass. The low register of the bass along with the drums produce an impact in my room that I can feel. The bite and the texture of the string instruments are convincingly portrayed. The various strings and percussions have speed and snap that rival the best of panel speakers I've ever heard. The album is well mic'd and you wouldn't know it was a live recording if not for the audience applause. I recently purchased the Analog Productions reissue of Miles Davis's album Bag's Groove. This album was recorded in 1954 in mono. With the Endeavor Special Editions, you can hear the instruments have a lateral spread between the speakers. You can also clearly hear the air and space around Miles Davis's trumpet and Milt Jackson's vibraphone, as well as Sonny Rollins's saxophone. There's a liveliness to this album that almost sounds like it's in stereo. I've heard plenty of stereo albums that don't portray space as well as this one does. One of the things I really enjoy about this album is the beauty of Miles Davis's trumpet. I don't think there was anybody any better in this era. I listened to the Eurythmics albums Sweet Dreams Are Made of This. It's a very interesting album to listen to with just synthesizer and voice. You can hear all the vocal enhancements on Annie Lennox's voice. This is one of those albums I hadn't played in a number of years, and I was expecting the electronic bass to be more impactful than it actually is. The soundstage width and depth are very good on this album with all the electronic enhancements present. You can clearly hear all these effects and how they were done. The standout on any of the Eurythmics album, though, is Annie Lennox's voice, and this speaker really allows that to shine. I pulled out my copy of the Rolling Stones' Some Girls. I've been listening to a lot of late 70s rock albums recently and been disappointed with the sound quality of a lot of these albums. I wasn't expecting much from Some Girls, but I was pleasantly surprised. The engineering and mastering on this album are pretty good. The sound staging and imaging are not a mess, and the highs are fairly well extended but not harsh. This does have the impact of a Rolling Stone album from back in the day. Turn it up loud and you'll feel the music. I listened to the album Night Beat by Sam Cooke. While this album is mostly a blues album in my opinion, the instrumentation is fairly sparse, but the standout here as always is Sam Cooke's incredible voice. The foundation of this album are the bass and the drums, with that driving bluesy backbeat. Then you have the incredible solos with people like Billy Preston on organ, Barney Kessel on guitar. This is one of those albums that you put it on, you want to just sit there and listen and tap your foot to the music. The bottom line, if you're in the market for a speaker in this price range, you really need to look at the von Schweikert Endeavors. This speaker produces bass and dynamics that belies its size. The fit and finish of the speaker are first rate, and this is the best speaker I've ever had in my listening room. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and share this video with anybody who may be interested. Also, take a look at the Absolute Sound magazine.